The fossil we've retrieved is about 70% complete. The fossil we found will still aid in research concerning geography and dinosaur evolution.
Think you know how big dinosaurs were? Think again.
It's the largest predatory dinosaur. It's bigger than T-Rex by a good margin.
A newly discovered colossal fossil reveals these ancient giants were even more massive than anyone ever believed.
Had the largest eye known of any animal,
changing everything we thought we knew about the age of dinosaurs. 1. Argentinosaurus. In 1993, researchers discovered Argentinosaurus in Argentina, and it quickly gained recognition as one of the largest dinosaurs to ever roam the planet. This massive sauropod belonged to the Titanosauridae family and dominated the landscapes of the late Cretaceous period, around 94 to 97 million years ago. Excavations in New Quyen province revealed enormous vertebrae, ribs, and parts of a femur, offering clues about its staggering size. Estimates suggest Argentinosaurus stretched 100 to 120 feet long and weighed between 70 and 100 tons, possibly even outmatching today's blue whale. Its thick pillar-like legs supported its massive frame, allowing it to move across vast plains. To sustain itself, it devoured hundreds of pounds of plants each day, likely feeding on ferns, conifers, and cycads. The creature's vertebrae were among its most impressive features, with some measuring over 5 feet across. These enormous bones supported a long neck, which helped it reach high vegetation that smaller herbivores couldn't access. Its tail balanced the long neck and may have also served as a weapon against predators like Giganotosaurus, a carnivorous dinosaur that shared its environment. Though scientists haven't found all its fossils, advances in 3D modeling and biomechanical studies have provided insights into its movements. Researchers believe Argentinosaurus moved at a steady pace, likely covering long distances while traveling in herds. Its massive footprints, left in ancient floodplains, support these theories. Argentinosaurus represents the height of sauropod evolution during the Cretaceous period, showcasing just how massive land animals could become. This prehistoric giant remains one of the most fascinating examples of nature pushing life to its physical limits. Want to learn about other incredible dinosaurs like these? Like this video and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this. We've got a lot more where that came from. 2. Patagonia. Discovered in Patagonia, Argentina in 2014, Patagonitan mare is another titanosaur that challenged the limits of dinosaur gigantism. Its fossils date back roughly 100 million years to the late Cretaceous period. A ranch worker first noticed enormous bones protruding from the ground, leading paleontologists to excavate an astonishingly complete skeleton, including vertebrae, limb bones, and even parts of its pelvis. Patagonitan's size rivals, or possibly exceeds, other sauropods like Argentinosaurus. Estimates place it at 120 feet long and 70 to 85 tons, making it one of the heaviest and longest land animals ever recorded. Its sheer size meant it required immense amounts of vegetation to fuel its colossal body, likely consuming hundreds of pounds of plant matter daily. The excavated fossils reveal key details about its structure. Its vertebrae were enormous, with some over 5 feet wide, allowing it to support its long neck and tail. These features gave Patagonitan access to treetop foliage, where other herbivores couldn't compete. Its sturdy legs, which resembled thick columns, carried this massive creature across ancient floodplains in search of food. Patagonitan's discovery has significantly contributed to paleontology. The extensive fossils allowed researchers to reconstruct much of its skeleton, unlike many other titanosaurs known from only fragments. This reconstruction gave clearer insights into how these massive creatures moved and lived. Trackways and biomechanical studies suggest that, despite its size, Patagonitan likely walked at a slow but steady pace, traveling long distances in search of food and water. But everywhere they went, they made a massive impact. 3. Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is one of the most fascinating dinosaurs ever discovered, primarily due to its unique adaptations for life, both on land and in water. First uncovered in Egypt in 1912, this massive theropod lived around 99 to 93 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. With a length reaching up to 50 feet and weighing an estimated 7 to 10 tons, Spinosaurus dwarfs other famous predators like T-Rex, making it one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs ever known. What sets Spinosaurus apart is its distinct anatomy. Its most unique feature was a massive sail running along its back, made up of elongated neural spines that could reach over 6 feet tall. While no one has been able to figure out exactly what purpose these had, theories suggest it might have helped with thermoregulation, display, or added buoyancy while swimming. Unlike other theropods, Spinosaurus had a long, crocodile-like snout filled with conical teeth, perfectly designed for catching slippery prey like fish. Evidence from isotopic analysis of its teeth supports the idea that it spent much of its life hunting in rivers and coastal environments. Fossils also reveal adaptations for an aquatic lifestyle. Its dense paddle-shaped tail likely helped it propel itself through the water, and its relatively short hind limbs suggest it wasn't as well suited for running as other large theropods. Paleontologists believe Spinosaurus behaved more like modern crocodiles, ambushing prey near water sources. Its primary diet likely consisted of large fish, including sawfish and lungfish, as well as opportunistically feeding on smaller dinosaurs and carrion. The story of Spinosaurus's discovery is as dramatic as the creature itself. The original fossils collected by German paleontologist Ernst Stromer were destroyed during a World War II bombing raid in 1944, leaving scientists to work with sketches and limited material for decades. However, new fossil finds in Morocco during the 2000s reignited interest and led to a better understanding of Spinosaurus's unique traits, particularly its semi-aquatic lifestyle. Spinosaurus challenges the traditional view of theropods as strictly terrestrial predators, showcasing an evolutionary leap into a more versatile role as an apex predator of both land and water. Its remarkable adaptations continue to provide scientists with new insights, making it one of the most studied and debated dinosaurs of all time. 4. Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus carolini, one of the largest predatory dinosaurs ever discovered, roamed South America around 99 to 97 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. Fossils unearthed in 1993 revealed an apex predator that rivaled and possibly surpassed Tyrannosaurus rex in size and power, with a length of approximately 40 to 43 feet, a height of about 13 feet at the hips, and a weight of 8 to 10 tons. Giganotosaurus dominated its ecosystem. Unlike T-Rex, Giganotosaurus had a lighter, more agile frame, allowing it to chase down prey over greater distances. Its skull, which measured over 5 feet long, was equipped with sharp, serrated teeth designed for slicing through flesh. These features made it a highly effective predator, capable of taking down large herbivores such as Argentinosaurus, a titan that shared its habitat. Evidence suggests Giganotosaurus might have hunted in groups to tackle massive prey, although it could also have scavenged when necessary. The creature's limbs and claws played a critical role in its hunting strategy. Its forearms, although not as robust as some other theropods, were still functional for grasping prey. Its long legs and muscled body allowed it to run at speeds estimated at 20 to 30 mph, making it a formidable threat in open terrain. Fossilized footprints indicate that it roamed across floodplains and forests, areas teeming with large herbivores that provided ample food. The discovery of Giganotosaurus offered a glimpse into the biodiversity of South America's Cretaceous period. Its fossils included skull fragments, vertebrae, and parts of its limbs, which helped paleontologists piece together its anatomy and behaviors. Advances in biomechanical studies suggest that while Giganotosaurus may not have had the bone-crushing bite force of T-Rex, its sharp teeth and hunting strategy compensated by targeting soft tissue and delivering repeated slashing bites. This is a predator adapted to a specific environment that allowed for incredible growth and strength. Its role as an apex predator places it among the most intriguing carnivorous dinosaurs. Today, it stands as one of the best examples of how dinosaurs reached remarkable sizes while mastering their ecosystems. 5. Tyrannosaurus rex. The Tyrannosaurus rex stands as one of the most iconic and fearsome dinosaurs ever discovered. For many, this is the only dinosaur that comes to mind when they think of the word. Living approximately 68 to 66 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period, this apex predator dominated the ecosystems of what is now North America. With a length of 40 feet, a height of about 13 feet at the hips, and a weight of up to 9 tons, T-Rex was among the largest terrestrial predators to have ever lived. Its massive skull, measuring around 5 feet, housed 60 serrated, banana-sized teeth that could crush bone with a bite force estimated at 12,800 pounds per square inch, the most powerful of any land animal. This remarkable bite force allowed T-Rex not only to kill its prey, but also to consume entire carcasses, including bones. Studies suggest it was both a predator and a scavenger, feeding on hadrosaurs, triceratops, and even smaller T-Rex individuals. If it was within its reach, it would go after it without giving it a second thought. Despite its terrifying reputation, T-Rex had relatively small forearms that measured only 3 feet long, but they were extremely strong and capable of lifting over 400 pounds each. Its robust hind legs powered it through open landscapes at speeds of up to 20 mph, making it surprisingly agile for its size. This combination of power and speed made T-Rex an efficient hunter and survivor. Fossil evidence, including trackways, skeletons, and bite marks on bones, has provided insight into T-Rex's behavior. Recent studies indicate it had excellent binocular vision, with some of the best depth perception in the animal kingdom. Combined with a keen sense of smell, T-Rex could track prey or detect carrion from significant distances. The discovery of well-preserved specimens, like the famous Sioux at Chicago's Field Museum, has helped us understand more about T-Rex anatomy and the way they lived their lives. Sioux is the most complete and well-preserved Tyrannosaurus rex fossil ever discovered. Unearthed in 1990 near Faith, South Dakota, by fossil hunter Sue Hendrickson, after whom the specimen is named, Sioux is a remarkable specimen that has significantly advanced our understanding of this iconic dinosaur. The fossil is roughly 90% complete, including a nearly intact skull, making it a treasure for paleontology. She stood around 13 feet at the hips and stretched to about 40 feet in length, with an estimated weight of 9 tons. The skull alone measures 5 feet long and showcases some of the largest and sharpest teeth ever found in a T-Rex, each capable of crushing bone with incredible force. Sue's discovery led to a legal battle over ownership, but in 1997, the fossil was auctioned for $8.36 million, a record for a dinosaur fossil at the time. Fossils like Sue reveal that T-Rex grew quickly, reaching full size in about 20 years, and may have lived into its late 20s. Evidence of healed injuries on fossils suggests it endured violent encounters, so not only was it a predator, it didn't have any problems fighting for its prey. 6. Dreadnoughtus. Discovered in Patagonia, Argentina in 2005, Dreadnoughtus schranni is one of the most massive land animals ever uncovered. This colossal titanosaur lived approximately 77 million years ago during the late Cretaceous period. Its name, which means fears nothing, reflects its enormous size and dominance in its ecosystem. Dreadnoughtus measured an estimated 85 feet in length, with its long neck stretching over 37 feet, allowing it to reach high vegetation easily. Its tail accounted for a significant portion of its body length and likely provided balance or defensive capabilities. The dinosaur is estimated to have weighed 65 tons, making it heavier than many other well-known sauropods. This immense mass placed it nearly invulnerable to predation from even the largest carnivores of the time. The Dreadnoughtus fossil is so well known because of its completeness, with around 70% of the skeleton preserved. This includes critical bones such as vertebrae, limb bones, and parts of the pelvis. Such preservation gave scientists a unique opportunity to study the biology of giant sauropods in remarkable detail. For instance, the well-preserved femur and humerus bones allowed paleontologists to estimate its overall size and weight more accurately than for most other sauropods. Dreadnoughtus was a herbivore, consuming vast quantities of plant matter daily to sustain its massive body. Its long neck provided access to a wide range of vegetation, from treetops to ground-level plants. Unlike mammals, it didn't chew its food, but likely swallowed it whole, letting its long digestive system do the work. Studies of its fossil bones suggest that the Dreadnoughtus specimen was still growing at the time of its death, meaning it may have been even larger if it had reached full maturity. Such findings have sparked ongoing interest in how titanosaur sauropods achieved and sustained such extraordinary sizes. The discovery of Dreadnoughtus helped us learn a lot about sauropod diversity and gigantism. Its immense size, detailed fossil record, and evocative name have captured the imagination of scientists and the public alike, making it one of the standout dinosaur discoveries of recent times. 7. Temnodontosaurus. Temnodontosaurus was a massive marine reptile that thrived in the seas during the early Jurassic period, approximately 200 to 175 million years ago. As one of the largest members of the ichthyosaur group, Temnodontosaurus grew up to 30 to 40 feet long, making it an apex predator in its aquatic environment. Fossils have primarily been found in regions that were once part of an ancient sea, particularly in present-day England and Germany, providing valuable insights into this creature's reign in prehistoric oceans. With a long, streamlined body, Temnodontosaurus was built for high-speed hunting, similar in shape to modern dolphins. It possessed large, powerful jaws filled with sharp teeth, some of which grew over 4 inches long. These teeth were ideal for grasping slippery, fast-moving prey like fish, squid, and smaller marine reptiles. Its most distinguishing feature was its exceptionally large eyes, some reaching over 10 inches in diameter. This gave it an advantage in hunting in deeper, darker waters, where visibility was limited. The large eyes also suggest that Temnodontosaurus had excellent vision, making it a highly effective predator. Within the genus Temnodontosaurus, 2 species are especially well documented: T. platyodon and T. trigonodon. These species show slight differences in the shape and arrangement of their teeth, which likely reflect variations in diet. For instance, some species may have specialized in capturing fast-moving fish, while others might have focused on softer-bodied creatures like squid. Evidence suggests that this versatility allowed Temnodontosaurus to survive in various ecological niches throughout the Jurassic seas. An important aspect of its anatomy was its adapted fins and tail. The long tail acted like a fluke, propelling the animal with an up and down motion, while its paddle-like fins provided excellent steering and stability. The overall body structure allowed for smooth and swift movement through water, making Temnodontosaurus capable of chasing down even fast-moving prey. Unlike today's marine mammals, it had a distinctly reptilian form of locomotion, but was no less efficient in its hunting technique. Temnodontosaurus is thought to have been an opportunistic predator, hunting individual fish, cephalopods, and other marine reptiles, but also scavenging when the opportunity arose. Fossil evidence of bite marks on other animal skeletons suggests that it would occasionally steal kills from other predators. Even though we mostly always focus on the dinosaurs that lived on land, the fossil record for the Temnodontosaurus has provided scientists with a clearer understanding of not only the behavior and adaptations of this dinosaur, but also the diversity of marine life during the early Jurassic period. Its efficient hunting methods and impressive size solidified its role as one of the leading predators of the ancient oceans. The Temnodontosaurus, with its sheer dominance, truly exemplifies the power and versatility of marine reptiles during the Mesozoic era. 8. Giraffatitan. Giraffatitan, a giant sauropod dinosaur, lived around 154 to 150 million years ago during the late Jurassic period. It was first discovered in Tanzania, with its fossils primarily found in the Tendaguru Formation, a rich archaeological site in East Africa. Initially classified as a species of Brachiosaurus, Giraffatitan is now recognized as a distinct genus due to its differences in neck structure and limb proportions. This herbivore stood out for its remarkable height, with an estimated shoulder height of 16 to 18 feet. Its long neck reached lengths of about 30 feet, giving it access to trees and vegetation that smaller herbivores couldn't reach. Giraffatitan could grow to 85 feet in length and weigh as much as 40 tons, making it one of the largest land animals of its time. Despite its immense size, it moved on all 4 legs, using its pillar-like limbs to support its massive frame. One of the most distinctive features of Giraffatitan was its neck. Like other sauropods, it used its long neck to feed on vegetation in the upper canopies of trees, though it didn't have the extremely long neck of its close relatives, the Brachiosaurus. Instead, Giraffatitan's neck was proportionally shorter and more robust, suggesting it may have had a different feeding strategy. Another significant characteristic of Giraffatitan was its relatively small head compared to its enormous body, which is typical of many sauropods. Its teeth were spade-shaped and suited for stripping leaves from trees, a diet that likely helped sustain its massive size. Paleontologists have determined that Giraffatitan's bones show evidence of being weight-bearing, reinforcing the idea that its massive structure helped it keep steady as it walked through the prehistoric landscapes. Some of the fossils discovered were well preserved, providing insight into its possible locomotion, posture, and feeding habits. The species likely lived in large herds for protection and social interaction, much like other massive herbivorous dinosaurs. Giraffatitan's discovery also shed light on the different types of sauropods that once roamed the Earth. Its impressive size, anatomical structure, and place in the Jurassic ecosystem continue to make it one of the most fascinating and towering dinosaurs in scientific study today. 9. Lufengosaurus. Lufengosaurus was an early, relatively small dinosaur that lived during the early Jurassic period, around 200 to 190 million years ago. Fossils of this dinosaur were first discovered in the Lufeng region of Yunnan Province, China, in the 1930s. It is considered one of the earliest known members of the sauropodomorphs, a group of dinosaurs closely related to the large, long-necked sauropods. Lufengosaurus was a herbivorous dinosaur, estimated to be about 13 to 26 feet long, depending on the species. It walked on 2 legs, though it was likely capable of using all 4 limbs to support itself as well, similar to some other early theropods and herbivores. This dinosaur's long tail and relatively small head were typical of early Saurischan dinosaurs, while its body was slender but muscular, suggesting an agile and active lifestyle. One of the distinctive features of Lufengosaurus is its unique teeth. Unlike later, massive sauropods, Lufengosaurus had relatively small, blunt teeth, suited for grinding plant material rather than browsing on the highest treetops. This makes it likely to have fed on lower-growing plants such as ferns and cycads, which were common during the Jurassic period. Its skeletal structure hints that Lufengosaurus was bipedal, but it likely retained the ability to go quadrupedal to support its heavy body when needed, a transitional characteristic of early dinosaur evolution. The species also had relatively long hind limbs, helping it move quickly in its environment to avoid predators, such as the larger theropods of its time. Fossil evidence suggests that Lufengosaurus lived in a landscape that was mainly forested, providing the dinosaur with plenty of plant life to feed on. It likely shared its environment with other early dinosaurs, including other primitive herbivores, as well as predators like Yandosaurus, which was closely related to the meat-eating dinosaurs of the time. Although Lufengosaurus wasn't as massive or famous as other later sauropods or dinosaurs like Brachiosaurus, it played an important role in the early stages of dinosaur evolution. It provides valuable insight into the growth and diversification of dinosaurs at a critical point in their history, laying the groundwork for the larger and more specialized herbivores that would dominate the Mesozoic era. Today, Lufengosaurus is considered a significant genus in understanding the early stages of the dinosaur lineage. 10. Brachiosaurus branchi. Brachiosaurus branchi is one of the largest and most well-known sauropods, a group of plant-eating dinosaurs that dominated the Mesozoic era. Discovered in Tanzania, East Africa in the 1900s, Brachiosaurus branchi is particularly famous for its impressive size and the unique features that distinguish it from other sauropods. This species belongs to the Brachiosaurus genus, the same group as the better-known Brachiosaurus altithorax, first found in North America. Living in the late Jurassic period, roughly 154 to 153 million years ago, Brachiosaurus branchi could reach an astonishing 80 feet in length and weigh about 30 to 40 tons. One of its most distinguishing characteristics is its disproportionately long front legs, which were longer than the hind limbs, unlike most other sauropods. This unique feature allowed Brachiosaurus branchi to have a more vertical posture, giving it an advantage when feeding on tall vegetation that other herbivores could not reach. Its long neck, combined with its leg structure, meant it could feed from trees up to 50 feet above the ground. Another key feature was its massive body, with an elongated but relatively small head, typical of sauropods. It had a relatively short tail in comparison to other sauropods. Fossil evidence, including partial skeletons, shows the dinosaur was likely well adapted to its environment, using its long neck and high-reaching ability to thrive in the forested, lake-heavy landscapes of late Jurassic Tanzania. Brachiosaurus branchi was one of the first giant sauropods recognized outside North America, offering paleontologists a valuable glimpse into the evolutionary path of these enormous herbivores. The Brachiosaurus genus as a whole represents an interesting stage in the diversification of sauropods, with Brachiosaurus branchi being among the largest, showing adaptations that set it apart from its relatives. 11. Pliosaur. The discovery of a colossal sea monster skull, extracted from the cliffs of the Jurassic Coast in Dorset, UK, had everyone's attention when it was first found. The skull belongs to a pliosaur, a highly aggressive marine reptile that roamed the Earth's oceans during the late Jurassic period around 150 million years ago. These creatures were apex predators, dominating the seas with their powerful jaws and formidable size. This particular fossil measures an incredible 2 meters in length and is one of the most complete specimens ever found. It offers an exceptional glimpse into the anatomy of these long-extinct giants and provides critical insights into their behavior and evolution. With large, sharp teeth, pliosaurs were adept hunters, capable of attacking and overpowering the biggest creatures in the ocean. The size and strength of the fossil suggests it belonged to one of the larger species within the Pliosaurus genus, and they were right. While we're mostly just seeing the head, it alone is bigger than almost all of the animals that exist today. This was a force to be reckoned with, so it's a great thing they were extinct long before humans came into the picture. Could you survive next to any of these massive beasts?